In 1994, the first outbreak of Hendra virus occurred in Queensland, transferred from native bat and flying fox populations to domesticated horses.
Bats are highly adaptable and traditionally reside in caves, where they are protected from predation. In Queensland, they tend to roost in large trees due to the abundance of food and lack of cave shelter.
However, since European settlement 200 years ago, urban and agricultural intensification systems and structural elements in Australian farming land, where natural habitats are becoming increasingly fragmented. The loss of this habitat has had a detrimental effect on biodiversity and has impacted bat species that depend on vegetation structures for foraging and commuting.
As a result, native bat species are being forced to fly further to forage for food and suitable areas to mate and roost, including commercial farms and even urban locations.
In a study conducted by Griffith University, the grey-headed flying fox, Pteropus poliocephalus, was found to be utilizing 77 roost sites in an area spanning 1,075 kilometers by 128 kilometers in eastern Australia.
But what does this have to do with Hendra virus? Bats are well-known carriers of the disease, and as their distribution continues to grow, so does the distribution of the virus itself.
The exact transmission of Hendra virus is unknown at this point in time.
However, it is known that horses contract the disease by consuming fluids contaminated with a flying fox's urine, saliva, or birth products. From there, it infects horses' respiratory system, and it begins to attack the cells until they leak blood and fluids. A major issue concerning the virus is that symptoms aren't often seen until several days later, meaning the disease can then easily spread to other horses.
It is then that humans are at risk of being infected if they come into contact with high levels of respiratory secretion or blood of a horse infected.
This could occur if they were to perform a post-mortem examination without proper protective equipment, such as gloves, face masks, and biohazard suits.
In blood tests, no one who has had lower levels of exposure, grooming or the like, has contracted Hendra virus.
Furthermore, no human-to-human transmission has been found. Also, no direct evidence of transmission from the flying fox to humans has been found.
But how does it stand to impact us?
Due to urban and agricultural intensification and the decline of native bat habitat, bats are infiltrating urban and agricultural environments for food, locations where they are prone to greater stress levels from anthropogenic sources.
As bats excrete the virus when they have high stress levels, transmission of the virus at these locations is even more likely. By 2050, the distribution of bat species is expected to grow throughout Australia, and with it, the spread of Hendra virus. The number of bat-to-horse transmissions and horse-to-human transmissions are only expected to increase. The environmental implications for the spread is a major challenge for biologists, who today are working on a vaccine for equines to help prevent the spread of the disease.
Today, there are several other disease-carrying organisms in the world that contribute to the spread of wildlife diseases to native and domesticated animals.
Some of these viruses include rabies, Hybridae disease, and malaria. The spread and distribution of these viruses, including Hendra virus, has undoubtedly increased as a result of anthropogenic impacts.
This will continue to occur unless environmental intervention is implemented, habitat destruction ceased, and restoration instigated.